Mixed numbers is not. In order to multiply mixed numbers, if you wanted to do it by hand, you would change all of them back to improper fractions and then multiply them. So I don't think multiplying is quicker by hand. So I'm just going to put that out there. So in order to multiply mixed numbers, they have to be improper fractions first. So then you would switch to improper and multiply. I'm guessing none of us feel like doing that. I'm guessing you're okay with going right to the calculator. I'm fine with that. Like, it works, and I'm okay with it too. I mean, at some point you learned how to do this and you switched it over, probably like middle school math, maybe like 5th grade somewhere. But we don't need to do that. We have a calculator. I don't think this is something you would choose to multiply by hand. Now you might estimate. Again, we could use estimation. So it's probably a little bit rougher because multiplication gets bigger faster. So this is about 3, this is about 2, 2 times 3 is about 6. But we might be further off than that. So just so you guys know. So you can use a calculator. And then it simplifies for you, it does all the converting for you. So, I mean, I don't know many people who would choose to do that on their own. And like I said, I would estimate it being about 6 if I had to choose, but if I had to estimate it, but I don't know. Is it really?
I think so, yeah. I did it by hand.
Oh, it is, yeah. That ends up, so our estimation is pretty good there. So I thought it'd be further off. So this ends up being 6. So kind of crazy, almost makes me question it, but the fact that I estimated to begin with helped. But so what Kat had said, she did it by hand. You do 5 times 3, add the 3, so 15 plus 3 would be 18 over 5, and then, you know, so like it does end up working out to be a pretty nice number, but I'm okay with you just using your calculator. Now, on number 8, if you were trying to do this by hand, you change the first one to an improper fraction, and then you just put the 20 over 1. Now again, your calculator can do this for you as well, so no worries if you decide to do it that way. And again, I can do some estimation. This is about 6 times 20. About 6 times 20 is about 120. So I got like 235 over 2, which is 117 and a half, which is close to 120, but again, so like I said, it can be further off than you think, but at least I know I'm in the ballpark. Like I know I'm in the hundreds, and I'm aware of kind of about what it is. What's it? 10 is scaring you. It looks worse than it does.
I know.
It's just pretty
it's so scary.
Any questions there? So you're okay with that? Alright, so division of fractions. I'm trying to show you guys 2 different ways to show them. These are both the same type of problem. They're both division. It's just this one is called a complex fraction. It's just a fraction within a fraction. And my font for this, like sometimes you'll, like our textbooks probably looks a little bit better than mine. This middle line should probably be a little bit longer. It's a little confusing. It looks like some sort of stacked up numbers or something. Now, division of fractions are definitely more complicated than multiplication. There's a special rule you have to do with division, because technically you don't actually divide fractions. Does anyone remember? It's the rule to multiply fractions. Yeah, it's keep, switch, flip. You probably did. So you keep the first fraction, change it to multiplication, and then flip the second fraction. So keep, switch, flip is probably what you did. So you flip the second fraction and change to multiplication. So one like this, I could easily tell it's going to be 4/3. Now, if you're on a test or you're doing something you totally forgot, like what the rule is, like, I mean, Allie mentioned it, but I don't think a bunch of you guys were like, yeah, that's totally what we do. I'm okay with a calculator. You should also get 4/3. Is perfectly fine to use a calculator. Calculate. I spelled that wrong. Calculate. That's a little more fun. Calculator.
Sounds sort of like
Yeah.
sounds southern calculator.
Calculator. Word tater. Tater tot. Okay. Now you all want tater tots.
No, I don't want to do it.
You're not a tater tot fan?
I like hash browns.
I like tater tots better than regular fries. Big fan of tater tot casserole. So, yep, so if you divide this, again, getting comfortable with dividing fractions, putting them into your calculator correctly, so you should get 4/3. If that's the way, and just so you guys know, I'll try to be really clear on the test what form I want things in. So if I say it's going to be a mixed number or an improper fraction, I'll let you guys know that. Definitely simplest form is important. This next one is just written, just stacked. Yep.
You can actually write it exactly like that in the calculator.
Oh, really? Oh, because
Yeah.
you can do a fraction.
thing, you just click it again.
Oh, nice. So you can do this in your calculator if you want to do it this way. Or you can write it like this. Or if you're trying to be in advanced mode, you could keep, switch, flip.
But up and down.
But yeah. So yeah, so it looks like you can put it into your calculator as a double, like stacked fraction. And it's actually simplified already, so 32/35. So the big thing with this is making sure you put things in your calculator correctly, because if you make a mistake, I don't know how to help you. Like, I don't know if you came out with an answer like 1/26, I'd be like, where did those numbers come from? I have no idea what you did. And I can't really give you partial credit. So making sure you guys know how to put things into your calculator, know how to kind of do some estimation. These are probably tougher ones to do estimation on, but we want to be kind of savvy with your calculator. All right, last one is division with mixed numbers. Again, here I would suggest use estimation a little bit. Division is probably a little bit tougher. But again, with mixed numbers, you have to change the mixed numbers to improper fractions. Then you have to do the keep, switch, flip thing. So there's a lot of switching around to do. So it's a lot more work than multiplying. It's definitely a little bit tougher here. So it needs to be improper, keep, switch, flip. But I'm gonna default here to a calculator is okay, or calculator. I wrote calculator before, it's not. Sounds like a math superhero. No? Okay. I look up and they're both like, no. No, sorry lady. Alright, so like in this case, this is about 10. Oh, yikes. So this is about 10. This is about 5. Oops, 5, not 2. And 10 divided by 5 would be 2. So hopefully I'm going to be somewhere around 2-ish. If you want to go, you can. You don't want to get left behind by the bus. You have to race after the bus and then you're tired for your race. All right.
Tired to get tired.
Yeah, tired to run.
We just need
What happened to my R in calculator?
It went into the calculator.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I ate it like the
Calculator.
tater that it is. It's big R. Okay, so if I actually do this, again, I get 29 over 16, which if I switch that back over to a mixed number, which hopefully you guys found that button, because that button is super nice. It's 1 and 13/16. Typically, if things are already a mixed number, I think the answer should also be a mixed number. That's kind of like, I think that makes sense if that's the mode they're in. Just like if you were translating something to another language, like you'd stick in that language. So I'd stick in mixed number language here. Now this next one, again, doing some little estimation. This is kind of like 24 divided by 4. So I'm picturing about 6 as my answer. And I get 32 fifths, which is 6 and 2 fifths. So pretty close to 6. All right. I'm gonna let you guys know that we won't always be just like kind of going back to the calculator so much like throughout the whole chapters. Some of you guys, fractions are just something that you're always going to struggle with, and it's okay to use the tools you have, but not be completely like clueless as to what you should be doing. So I'm hoping you're feeling a little bit better about things. So homework is listed here for you guys. I do have it. Miss Miller stapled it for you guys. Staplers and I are still in a fight. Okay, some time to get work in here, and again, the numbers are on the top of each page. And so tomorrow we'll do a little bit of new notes, but we're also going to review. So we're actually at the end of the chapter as of tomorrow.
Oh boy. That's
So we do tomorrow and then the rest time nothing.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah. Like a little section of new notes, it's just like fractions.
I
and
have
stuff.
some homework. I grabbed.
Okay. You got some.
Yeah.
Oh, for Jaden, you did say?
Yeah.